promising a genuine connection. Today, we are more connected than ever, but instead of feeling closer, we feel distant. So we decided to hit reset and build the kind of social network everyone deserves. Introducing Omni. Omni means all, literally. All the power, all the control, and all the cool. Finally at your fingertips. We've combined the best features of all the hottest apps into one platform, so you can connect over shared interests. Create the coolest videos in full screen with special effects and the newest filters. Control what you see, share, or like in your newsfeed. Connect with loved ones over audio and video calls. Share disappearing messages via the secret chat feature. You can even shop for the latest merchandise and the coolest gear. Unlike other social apps that only focus on the bottom line, we believe in rewarding our users, the people who give Omni its true value, with real currency. Using blockchain technology, company profits are tokenized into Omni coins. Earn coins for app actions, collect Omni coins and redeem for real cash, or use them to buy your favorite gear from your favorite brand stores right from the app. Message, stream, share, shop, interact, and connect with quality content and its coolest creators, and earn profits along the way, all without leaving the app. This is what it means to be truly social. This is Omni.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight, Wednesday night? Welcome to this another episode of the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom Show. How is everybody doing tonight? Where are my hustlers in the house? Please let me know in the chat box. How are you doing? I immediately see Al, I see that guy, I see Brent Bundy in the house. Welcome to the stream. Wise guys, mastermind, yo, how are you doing, my man? Al Collado, welcome everybody to this, your Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom Show. Tonight, we have a night packed, full of value. So make sure you find a place around your house that is comfortable and start sipping in whatever is your beverage of choice. Mine is black coffee, no milk, no sugar, like God intended. Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom coffee. I don't know if you guys saw the video of the special gold roast batch that I am working on. But let me know in the chat box. I see Nicholas Ramirez, my man, excited to see you around, buddy. Caroline, Henry, Mark, Duniel, Johnny, Brian, welcome everybody to the stream. How is my audio coming along? How is everything? Let me know in the chat box. Elvis Aguirre, the true OG. How are you doing tonight? Tonight, I gotta tell you guys, tonight we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. But let me tell you something. We have a special guest with us in the house tonight. The man, the myth, the legend, the wise man, Peter Girr. He's gonna be joining a little bit later during the show. So make sure you have all your questions ready for him, because he will be joining us a little bit later. So how is everybody? Oh, what's up, Mike? What up, Thiago, Aaron? How is everybody doing? I'm feeling great, guys. I'm feeling great. So let's get into the meat. Let's get right into it. And let's start, well, as always, with our crypto macro analysis. We got to check at the fundamentals. We got to make sure that we understand the macro, so that we know where is that we're going in terms of what the crypto space is moving. So let's check the charts. And as the moment of me coming live to you guys, look at that bad boy. Look at that, babe. Oh my God. Bitcoin is hitting an all-time high as we stream live to $37,175 on the dot at the moment that I come live to you guys. So I don't know if you guys like that, but I think that it's actually amazing, you know. And the number one question I get when I see chart like this is, Manny, how do I know? Like, look at that sentimental move. Like, look at Bitcoin. Like, I got Bitcoin. What you see here is the all-time high. So what you got right there is your all-time high right here. And then, you know, from the 2017 bull run, look at how minuscule this starts to look in comparison with the pool that we're putting forward. Think about that for a second, guys. Because if you were here for a while and before Bitcoin, when Bitcoin were around here, this used to be huge. This used to look like, oh my God, we're never gonna get there. Well, look at where we are here, baby. It's plain and simple. The fundamentals of Bitcoin have never been enough. But one of the most top questions that come my way is, Manny, how do we know when we reach the top? So in this family, as everybody knows, we're following very closely 3 crypto assets. That is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Wise. And there's a very specific reason why we'll do that. And then from the outside of the crypto spectrum, we have gold and silver, right? And that's how we increase our wealth, because the purpose of us here in the community, it's very simple, guys. We want to increase your wealth, protect your legacy in the pursuit of your freedom. That's all that we do here in the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom family. And so it's very important that you understand what are the macro that is happening in the space. And I got to tell you, Bitcoin is going to get to at least $200,000, but, you know, timing when it's going to happen, knowing when we have reached the top is one of the hardest tasks that anybody can tell you. So, you know, we want to know when is the time to exit. And we know that we are starting a bull run since April 2020. I want you to look at this. And I'm not going to take March too much, because March we have a liquidity crisis right here. This dump that you see right here in the chart, this dump, this is happening in March, and this was a liquidity issue that was happening all across the markets. So I don't count that. I am coming from here, and when you look in April, it's going to be around April right here when the halving took place. Is kind of like when officially the bull run starts. And that's kind of how it works. Like, people ask me, how do you know that? I can tell you when the next bull cycle will start. That's what people don't understand. That's what I love about cryptocurrencies. I can, with 90% confidence right now, tell you that around April 2024, the next bull cycle will start. And you'd heard about it first here. Why? Because of how the cryptocurrency as an asset class works. Everything follows Bitcoin, and Bitcoin works on 4-year cycles following the halving. The rewards that the miners receive for every block that they mine into the blockchain halves every 4 years, making the asset more scarce in the market, causing the price to go up. But the problem is that how do we know that we are ready? Like when you look at this 2017, and I don't want to move the Fibonacci. It's in the correct place. So when you look at this top, you know, everybody wanted to sell right here. But how do you know that you're here? Like, how do you know right now that you're not at the top? That's one of the toughest questions that one can affront. But here in the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom channel, your boy Manny Hernandez is paying close attention to several different indicators that might tell me or might give me an idea of when are we getting near the top. Because none of you guys want to be selling your Wise, nor your Ethereum, nor your Bitcoin too soon. Can we all agree? Let me know in the chat box. Do you want to sell too soon or not? Do you want to sell soon or not? Like I want to sell at the top, but how do I know I am there? So let's tonight go through a couple charts that can, while they, every single chart or analysis on its own will not help. Like you cannot look at just one chart and be certain and say, okay, I know that we are at the top because this is happening. That's not how it works. That's just not realistic. You got to look at several different indicators, and the combination of these indicators are kind of giving you an idea so that you can take an educated decision that when it's time to take profits, because you should be taking profits all along the way during this current bull cycle. And you should have your hodl bags, the bags that you plan to wait for the next cycle. Like I have bags, I have wise bags ready for 2024. And I cannot wait to see how the price looks like on 2024. But in order for you to get to 2024, you will have to hold throughout the 2022 bear market. What are you talking about? A bear market in 2022? Father, no, that's just math. If we look at the screen right now, you will see that there is a chart, and this is the 51-49 golden ratio. And basically, right here at the beginning, we have a halving, then we have a bull run. So basically, usually how it works is like this. Halving, you got the bull run, the beginning of the bull run, and then the end. Then halving, middle of the bull run, and then end, right? That's 51 and 49. So when you look at the current bull run that is coming from here all the way at the end of the last bear market, right? Or we can see that we have the halvening, and look at this. Well, the halvening took place. We got bear market all the way to the halvening, and then boom, look at that bull run. But when you look at where we at in this, I want to direct your attention to this green bar right here, this one right here, right? We are around right here. So we are around, you got to look at this in time. So we got to go from here to here, and this is 2021. So this is like from here to here, we're talking what, 8 months, give or take. So that's how, based on this chart, that is, around how much time left we have. But then we got to look at our good old Google Trends. And if you look at this peak, that doesn't look like anything here, right? Where is no, I cannot see the 2013, it's too much, it's too little. But you look at this peak in 2017, it looks like nothing. And then look at here. So this is where we are in reference to this bull cycle. This is a 2017 bull cycle. So if you think about where we need to go in terms of the exponential growth of the market, once we see that FOMO comes in, people will start searching in Google, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin. And will grow up. And you gotta see, from this top to this top, you can measure this distance, and then you can go the same distance up. So we will land somewhere around here. If you were to kind of imagine that, because this chart will move down, will shift down as these lines continues to go up. So as you see, keep an eye on this line, and as you see this line coming somewhere around here in terms of the distance, measure this distance right here, and then you can put it from this top, from the 100, from this line up. So somewhere around here, once you see that we're getting near there, we know we're close to the top, right? We know we're getting there. We're getting there. What else can we look at? I want to show you the stock to flow model live chart. This is the Bitcoin stock to flow. And basically, I want you to look at the colors. We have the 2013 bull cycle. Then we have this is 2011. Then this is 2013. This is 2017. and then we are entering the 2020. So I want you to look at this color. So when we were starting the bull cycle, we had a parabolic move here. Look at how intensive this move was right here. And we were from red to orange, then into light yellow, right? Yellow, back into green, right? Once you see that yellow, we know we are kind of getting there. So we went from red and we just started placing orange dots or orangey, right? Dots into the chart. So, and when you look, you know, this is 2021, this is 2022 right here. So if you measure this distance from this distance, you can see that it goes 1 year cycle. So it's reasonable to expect that we're gonna do something like this and hit this line up here. And when we get close to the end of this year, we should be topping out. So we keep a close eye on that and we keep to track until I don't see any yellow on this chart. I don't sell my bags. Why will I do that? Why? If I know I still got time. Another chart that is very, very good to look is at the 2-year moving average multiplier. So this green line right here is your two-year, right, moving average. And basically what they do is that they multiply, they time that times 5, right? X times 5. And that's how this top line gets drawn into the chart. And once again, 2013 bull run, or 2012, 2013, 2017 bull run right here. This is 2013, right? Oh, 2010, yeah, there you go. And then 2013 bull run, 2017 bull run, and then we are entering this. But I want you to play, if you were to kind of, I hope that you can see, maybe if you're watching in your phone, scroll the screen a little bit. But I want you to take notice how every time we were in a parabolic move, like imagine when you were here and you see these green candles going up, it looks like there is no sky, money. We need to sell. We are in a bubble. Hold your horses, because imagine that you sell here and you still and the market continues to go all the way, right? I mean, congrats, you sold into profit, but you lost gains. So it's very, very important that you understand this, because every single time we break above the line and we go around 15% distance above this line, and then 15%, you see how we go like 15% distance, and then you see it again here. And then 2017, if you were to close out, you will see that we went at least like 12, 13, 16% up right here. So this is right here. This line is live right here. So when I see this line touch that line, when I see this line touch that top level of the chart, I'm getting ready. But I'm not selling yet. No, I start to move funds around. What do? You get ready. This is what you do. What you do is that you get ready. That's it. When you see that chart topping that line, you start seeing, okay, what I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell this much Ethereum. I'm going to sell this much Bitcoin. I'm going to sell this much X, Y, Z, D. And I'm going to start moving them into exchanges. So I'm not selling yet, but I am positioning myself, waiting for the opportunity, because I know I'm getting closer and I don't want to lose the opportunity. So once I see that we go at least, 5-10% above this line, and everything else is telling me, I see that this should be in yellow. I see that we should be already getting to the end of this green shadow, right? And then every chart starts painting a picture. You know what your boy is gonna be doing. I'm gonna be taking massive profits. I don't know if you will, but I will. And that's the thing. Those are the type of stuff that you have to keep looking. Another chart that you gotta also look at is at your crypto market cap. Once again, bull run. We went heavily above this dotted line. And then, once again on the next one, we got another one right here. We go heavily above this one. So look at 2017, how heavily above this dotted line we went. So we are just getting halfway between the moving average and the multiplier on the top, right? So I'm gonna wait until I see that getting maybe around here. Once I see that there is a reasonable distance up in relation with previous bull runs, I am in the exchange and I am looking for my swing to the top to sell, because I know that at some point, at some level, we will be hitting that top. And when the top comes, is the initiation of the bear market. And you want to be holding some bags throughout the whole bear, waiting for the next cycle, but don't hold it. You gotta take profits. You just have to. This is just the best advice that I can give you. Of course, this is advice that is not financial advice, because here in the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom family, we are not financial advisors. We're just a community of like-minded individuals that we have common sense. We can see the economic weather and how the dollar is being printed into oblivion, and we want to protect ourselves. We can see, we don't need nobody to tell us. We can see the reported facts, and we can take our own decisions based on our what? Our own due diligence and research. So if you like what you're seeing so far, make sure you hit that like button. If you're in YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that bell notifications button, because otherwise YouTube will not be showing this to you or nobody. So you want to make sure that you get notified, that you get presented with this information the moment it comes out. So I want to show you now the Ethereum chart. So in the Ethereum chart, look at that bad boy. And once again, I'm looking at this from the all-time high, and Ethereum is looking to catch up with that all-time high as soon as it can. Look at that. It looks beautiful. Let me take some of my indicators out so you can look at how, and the next level is the all-time high. Like, we just broke up the 0.7 Fibonacci level, resistance level, which we can see that there was quite a level of confluence here. You can see that this is a top level of resistance from back in 2018, but we broke through that. I mean, we're kind of fighting there. Let me zoom in, and going back to Bitcoin, an issue that I have with Bitcoin is that I want to see a healthy retracement. I gotta be honest, guys. I want to see a healthy retracement on Bitcoin. And if I zoom in into the 4-hour chart, people are saying that this was the retracement. I mean, we went down to 27.50, but for what? One candle of 4 hours? Come on. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, for reals, come on. That's not how it works. That's just not how you do it. You cannot think that you're going to have a chart, 4 hours, the hook. I mean, you see how it's been coming up, and I get it. I get all these. We dumped not too much, to see how fast we bought, the market bought this up. The FOMO is crazy. Like, the institutional FOMO, it's quite something. That's all I can say. So being honest with you, we'll see how that moves. We'll see how that happens. But I would love to see Bitcoin retracing a little bit, even if it's like that. Yeah, let's come to 27, but let's extend that. Let's consolidate. Let's have a little bit of a stronger consolidation. I think that will do better. Ethereum, once again, the next level is all-time high. That's where we at. And then, of course, everybody's waiting to hear about how is WISE doing. And look at this. Look at this. All-time high at the 44 cents level, looks like. 44.5. So, I mean, this is one of the most healthy launches that I have seen in my life. I gotta be honest, and I have been through quite a few cryptocurrency launches, and to see that we didn't even hit the bottom, like it was a healthy dump. Look at this. This was just like getting impulse, right? Straight line consolidation. Look at that, holding strong. And once we took out all the weak hands, boom. It's that simple, guys. Boom. Like once we took all these people out, boom, done, gone. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Plain and simple. So it's so great to see Wise, and we're gonna be, of course, later on talking much more about Wise token and everything that has to do with this amazing project. But before we get Peter in the house, let's see a little bit what's happening in the house. Let's go through some news. And, you know, we are inside the community updating right now a lot of the hardware for the traffic delivery. So we are updating that hardware so that we can increase traffic. That's just the bottom line. We had to actually go and get a Chinese factory to custom build some hardware very specific to our needs. We got the first prototype. That's the best way to put it. Yesterday, we got in our hands the first prototype of the hardware. So we are right now going through the motions of getting everything hooked up, getting everything connected, and making sure that everything works as intended. But just know that if this works like we want it to work, then in a couple weeks, the only problem that people will have is like we might be sending traffic too fast, you know, because we're going to have an excess of traffic once we get all this pulling together. The smart bot, it's being optimized as, you know, even more. Right now, I advise anybody, people ask me, Manny, what is the best entrance? What is the best way to promote the community, to promote everything we're doing? What is the best way? Well, you grab your link, you do your thing, Omni Tracker, all that good stuff like we teach inside the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom members area. And if you have not yet joined the members area, letmoneyhelp.com. You can go there and join for free, see what we are all about, 100% free. But if you want to promote it, you know, promote the smart bot funnels. That's all you got to promote. You promote the smart bot funnels, you will be fine. You should be perfect. All right. Also, when it relates to crypto, once you sell, where you want to go? You don't want to go back to the dollar to paper. Well, you want to go back to gold. You want to go back to assets that grow in value. You want to go back to assets that grow in value. So that's very, very important. And in our Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom channel in YouTube, we released a video today that tells all about that. Also, very quick, make sure that I want to give you guys a little update on Omni. A lot of people have been asking me about what's cooking with Omni. Let me tell you guys, we are getting ready for the token generation event. And I think that Peter is coming on. Hey, Peter, will be with you. So basically, I think that I saw him come in and now he was out. So Peter, it looks like he's trying to make his way into the chat. Let me check. Let me make sure I check, because if he's ready, I'm not gonna make him wait. So yeah, I think that he was testing. You can come in. Yeah, you can come in if you want. I see you, my man. I see you, my man. 1 second, guys. Please, let's welcome into the house the man, the myth, the legend, Peter Girr. How are you doing, my man? I hope can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear everything, my man?
I can't see you anymore. I see myself, but thank you so much for that introduction. I love your energy, man. That's why I love watching your videos. Okay, now I can see you.
Yeah. Well, 1 second. Let me. I am having to work from inside Restream today as of versus OBS. I'm used to OBS and have all my scenes, but in order to have a smooth interview, I wanted to. Restream has it better. That's the long story short.
Sure.
I didn't want to do the Zoom loop. Zoom gets crazy.
Right.
So glad that to have you here, man. I wanted to wait. People were asking me, invite Peter, but I was like, no, I want to wait until after the lunch because there was a lot of speculation going on before, during the reservation process. So it was crucial for me. I was like, no, I'm going to invite him later because then, we can knock out all of those questions that's out of the way. Now we can look more into the future and what's happening. And before we go on, I just want to ask you something because a lot of times people focus on the what you build, token economics, how I make money, what is in it for me, right?
Yeah.
But I want you to tell us a little bit about the why. Why did you build this? What is the purpose? What was your motive? Please let us know.
Sure. So I discovered cryptocurrency in 2017, and the first one that I got into was a complete scam. I got my money taken away from me. I felt so embarrassed. Like I just, somebody just took my lunch money basically. So that really did not resonate with me at all. It's so frustrating, and especially since I told friends and family members about it. It's like the worst thing ever to believe in something and then have it exit scam and to lose all your money. So I knew that blockchain technology would change the world. I knew the problem wasn't blockchain technology; it was with people misusing the technology and creating these scams. So I wanted to create a token that no one could be scammed, like not even possible. And that is why I made Wise completely decentralized, where you don't even have to trust me because I it's such a bad feeling to have to trust other people, especially if you've been scammed before and all that stuff. DeFi is supposed to be about decentralized finance, and many DeFi tokens aren't actually DeFi. So I made one that really truly is decentralized from end to end.
Which is usually the promise, right? A blockchain, it's a decentralized ledger technology that we can do a lot of cool things in it, but that is the end goal. I don't have to trust you. You don't have to trust me. Everything is transparent in a blockchain. And long story, a little story time. What made me come into Wise is that your vision resonated so much with mine. So back in 2017, I started mining Bitcoin back in 14, ish, right? But
you're
in
an
2000,
OG. I didn't know you're a Bitcoin OG.
Oh, look at all the miners. I have them as relics now. Those are S9s, right? So, but basically in 2017, I wasn't trading. I am a fundamentalist, right? So I was following projects and as ICO investor, rushing to the pools and getting into the private sales and all the, it's a lot of shady things happening. People don't get it. People don't understand how the true game and why the big
I learned about that. I learned about that in making my token because people like the investors would reach out to me and they'd be like, "Hey, can I get your token half price?" And I'm like, "I don't have any tokens to give you, man." And they're like, well, usually, if we're putting in at least $100,000, they give we get a good price. I'm like, what? Yeah, we get it 3 times cheaper with most projects. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and an ICO, if you're looking at an ICO, and it's going to happen because watch, we're at the beginning of the bull market, guys. Several projects will come. And when you look at an ICO, if you are in public crowd, you are late.
Yeah.
You are late, usually, and you got to know your private cells, your pre-sale, then your private sell, your pieces is crazy. Also, any Ethereum for Prima block pools, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But basically, in 2017, I got burned by several projects, because a lot of these ICOs that you invest, they are just a white paper, nothing built. Great team, and you're kind of betting, and that's part of the game. You come in knowing that most will be crap, and a couple gems actually make most of your profits, and that's true.
Right.
So, but at the end of the bull market, I was butthurt. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, crypto is the future. How come there is no project taking crypto to the masses? Because for me, it was about mass adoption. How come less than 1% of the whole population knows about Bitcoin or have Bitcoin, right? Mm-hmm. So all of that was racing through me, and I was like, so instead of investing my money, I decided to start building. And what we did was different from what you do on Wise, which is we started building a social media app, because the social media app, Omni, what it does is a Trojan horse for crypto, right? So we reward for crypto for taking action, posting videos, and all that good stuff, right? We gamify the distribution of the coin through incentivized social actions. But what we're giving to the people is the app. It's an app. Oh. And a social app that can be promoted as a new TikTok, and it has an Instagram in it, and it has a WhatsApp in it. And it has a lot of stuff. And later on, we are in pre-alpha, so later down the year, there will be time to cover that. But my point here is that the purpose was the same. If not me, who? Right, Peter? If I don't do it, if not me, who? You do it then, right? Why are you building Wise? Because you didn't do it.
Exactly.
So that's great, and that's so important, because if you don't understand the motive, and I gotta be honest with you, like, in our project, we're trying to be as fair, and it's all about being fair, and every, like, the ball has to go to the community. But to see you not take pretty much anything minus, costs, development costs, that we know it's way more than 2,000 Ethereum. But to see that, that's something that a lot of people will, like, in the right mind. Don't you have people telling you you're nuts for not taking a little bit, at least a 15% of the liquidity pool, and leave 75%? What made you, what made you not, it's a hard temptation, my man.
Yeah, for sure. It's a temptation when you're talking about that much money. And especially me, I actually believed from the very start that we were going to be this successful. Like I planned for between 50,000 plus Ethereum to come in. I was talking about 50 million to 100 million on Uniswap from the very start. So it's honestly just because I actually believed in the product I'm creating. So if I didn't believe in the product, well then I'm probably somewhere along the way I'm like, well, I better make sure I get mine, just in case this thing doesn't work out. But I truly believe in the product, and it would have hurt Wise if I took 10% like more than 10%, and like these other projects that take 20, 30, 40% and then pay themselves a bunch of free tokens. So I wanted to take as little as possible, and that's why the cap was built in there. And I'm so happy that we hit that cap early on, and that what ended up going from the contract to the transformer was more than 96%. So I'm very proud of that.
No, and to see, that's why, it's in the business model when you think about it, because otherwise you could not say nor claim that Wise was backed by Ethereum. Because usually you have a small liquidity pool, but your market cap still, that's what people don't understand. The market cap still high because all those whales have their coins. Oh, but they have vesting periods, man. Well, you want to short? That's easy. Time the vesting period, and you can short every time, because you can time when the whales will come and dump on you. Like, it's crypto, guys. So that's so awesome, because for me that was crucial. I was like, this guy's not taking anything, and there was a lot of people saying, well, our market cap will be, our liquidity will be so high that it will affect price. And in my mind, I'm like, yes, positively. It helps with volatility.
Exactly.
I get it. I'm not gonna make 15x on day two, but I'm not here to make 15x on day two. I'm here to make 1,000x in 2 years.
Yeah. So like Wise is like a freight train. It takes more. We've got big liquidity, so it took more energy to get it going. But when it does get going, it has the mass to keep on going. And just it can move just as much as something with a small liquidity pool, because we've got more eyes on it, more legitimate investors in it, where with a small liquidity pool, you don't have those big legitimate investors. So there's a few people now that own $1 million worth of Wise. You're not going to have that. If our liquidity pool was small, we wouldn't have those investors at all.
100%. And not only that, that also gives the whales, or quote unquote whales, less power, because there are no whales. That's the reality.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah, there isn't any. 4% dip is not a whale.
The biggest whale can dip the price by 4%, and in comparison with other projects that we can, when one whale comes in, you see that red candle go.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that's crazy. So okay. So let's get into some questions. And guys, as you come in, make sure if you have questions, start dropping it in the chat box. And I'm going to have a couple questions for Peter, but feel free to also drop your questions in and we're going to get to them. But I want to ask you, Peter, when a stake matures, we went through the whole stake and it matures. Is the amount of Wise received calculated on the share price at the beginning or the end of the stake?
So let me explain it a little bit different. So when you stake, you get shares. That's the amount of shares you get for your stake. So if you stake, 1,000 Wise and get 10,000 shares, well then you're getting those 10,000 shares. That's the only shares you get for that stake. So it's important to stake earlier to get the cheaper share price, and longer for the multiplication, so you get more shares. And then those shares that you have, you carry with you through the end of that stake. And every single day they earn you interest. So obviously having more shares in the beginning is going to be great, because every single day you're earning interest based off of those shares. So did that answer your question?
Oh, no, that answers perfectly. So that means that when you stake, all the shares get calculated and you have your share earning power. So guys, so very important, we have until the 13th of January. This is a very important date, because if you submit your stake for 1 year or more, right, on or before the 13th, you will get more shares, because the smart contract have the share price locked at a minimum, the lowest that it will ever be, right? Mm-hmm. And in the 13, it will go up. It's a 10% bump. So you're going to get 10% less shares if you were to stake on the 14 versus the 13. And I say this because I know a lot of guys here in the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom community, but also in the Wise community at large. There are a lot of guys who are waiting for a better gas fee entry point. Right? And people ask me, Manny, how you do it? I say, well, I stayed up late.
That's a good strategy.
And even then, I was able to catch a $20 gas fee, because Ethereum is getting crazier and crazier, especially with 1,000. I'm looking at my chart here, $1,100 Ethereum. So what do you think is going to happen as we get closer to the 13 and more people from Wise will FOMO in? And I don't want anybody to pay even more gas fees. So I get it. I understand it. Pick your, until Ethereum 2.0 gets here.
Hopefully by the end of our stakes, right?
Hopefully, yeah. So speaking of which, what is the procedure of exchanging Wise for ETH at the end of a stake? So if I am not reinvesting or holding my Wise, do I have to take it back into Uniswap, or can I do it straight from the back office of Wise staking?
Okay, so first let me one little critique on what you said about share price. because you don't have to stake a year for that to get the share price. The share price is the share price. So even if you made a 1-day stake, you would still get that share price. But the thing is, let's say I made a 10-day stake right now. Well, it's going to end after the 14th, and then sure, I'll get my Ys back. But then what am I going to do? If I restake again, I've got to pay the higher share price.
You're going to pay it back.
Yeah. So the idea is, if you have any stakes that you're going to stake for a long period of time, it would really help you a lot to start them before January 13th, because they're going to be earning 10% more interest over the duration. And so 10% more over, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, that's a lot more interest.
That's way more.
So that's really important. So let's talk about when you end a stake. So when you end a stake, your shares disappear. Your shares disappear on the day that it ends, but you can mint it whenever you want, immediately, a few days later, years later. The smartest thing to do is mint it immediately, because then you could stake it again.
But no there. So for the time that it's there and I have not claimed, let's say that I don't look and it's been 1 week, that amount of time I'm not earning any shares, right?
Correct. You're not earning shares. If the stake is complete, the shares are gone. Your Ys is sitting there waiting to be minted once again. And so once you mint it, you just press the button to collect. And then you collect your original Ys that you staked plus interest. And then that's Ys that goes into your wallet. You can stake it again. You could swap it for ETH on Uniswap. You could do half and half or whatever you want. But basically, you just collect your Ys principal plus interest. It goes right back into your MetaMask wallet.
And you can go straight to Uniswap and sell it if you want, but don't do that, because why? Go and take the profits. That's what I say. You take the profits, calculate. Everybody's different. You take the wife on a nice steak dinner, right? And then you restake, because ideally, and what I teach what I preach in the community is like, if you grow a big enough principal, you can live off the interest.
Yeah, that's the idea. So yeah, I don't discourage anybody from taking profits. Like, that's what it's for. It's just I always remind people, though, like, if you actually believe in the project, if you actually believe that it's going to be here in 3 years, going to be here in 5 years, then you'd be silly to cash everything out after like 10x. Like, sure, take your profits, but make sure that if you actually believe in the project, you believe what we're doing here, then you have something that's going to be with you to help you and your family and your kids, or whatever you're wanting to use the money for. Because for me, I have most of mine staked all the way out to 10 years, and then I have a few stakes after 10 years. So I'm in it for the long haul, and I think the people that are in it for the long haul, at least 3 to 5 years, are going to be the ones that make the most.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been. To my community knows very well, because I'm very transparent on what I do, and what I tell them is very simple. We are at the verge of a bull cycle, so you want to have options. You want to have options, so you divide. Yeah. What 80-20, 70-60-40, however you want to do it, but you want to have your bags that you want to hold, because that's going to give you more interest. But hey, in 6 months or every quarter, you can have one stake maturing, and then you look at the bull cycle. Should I take? Should I go back in? You got options. Right. You're not, of course, you lose on that 10%, but you're not missed out on options. So, that's where. And I love what you did, especially on your very first video, talking about staking strategies, where you say have multiple stakes, have many, because that way you don't have to be scraping. But then on top, I was like, well, on top of just scraping interest, right? Mm-hmm. I can have options, because if every month or every 2 months I know I have a stake maturing, whether it's large or small, right? Everybody has to decide their own strategy there.
Yeah,
you are not left without options, because in a parabolic move in the bull cycle, you want to take some profits. I mean,
do you know the cool thing about scraping is that scraping is an awesome feature, because it doesn't hurt your principal. Like, you don't want to scrape at the beginning of your stake, but towards the end of your stake, like, the closer your stake is to the end, the better it is to scrape. Because if you think about it, if you did like a 1-year stake and you've completed 9 months, scraping on, like if you scrape the interest, which could be a lot, it could be like 20% interest of your principal by that time. So if you scrape that, then you only have 3 months left. So sure, will your shares get reduced a little bit? Sure, but it's only for 3 months of your entire stake. So I warn people, don't scrape at the beginning, but feel free to scrape towards the end of the stake if you see like, man, Wise is really high right now. This would be a great time to cash out. This stake is like 80% done. I mean, scraping could be a great way to be able to cash out without really having any penalties, besides a little bit of interest. And, just like you said, more options. It gives you more options.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if you get caught in a bad situation, you think, okay, I can scrape versus ending prematurely. If you don't end prematurely, you don't want to take a penalty, so it's better scraping. Worst case, scrape before ending a stake. So that's crucial. So okay, Peter. So how will you fund the next layers of the Wise ecosystem? I see that you guys are moving forward towards insurance and collateral that is coming next. But is there any news about what's coming next and from the Wise Foundation and what are the further plan? And I don't want to get people say when Binance, when I don't care about exchanges. I don't care about that. Marketing is. What people need to understand is Wise now belongs to the community. Mm-hmm. It was released by the Wise Foundation, Peter and the team, but it's a smart contract. So it's our job to take this to the moon. Like people, you want to go to the moon? Well, it's not Peter's job, it's our job. But I'm pretty sure that you guys are, keep enhancing website, all this stuff. So tell us a little bit of what you can say, of course.
Sure.
What's coming?
So insurance, obviously, we're trying to roll that out very soon. Our deadline is obviously before January 13th. We're working really hard to meet that deadline. After that, our focus is going to be on the collateral staking, where you have the lending. And to me, lending is a huge industry. So there's many things that can be added to that, like the stuff that Celsius Network does. The stuff that like Aave Compounds does with like lending and stuff like that, that's pretty huge. We also have other people who are making products who are just including us. Like I talked yesterday, last night, about a project that is doing decentralized leverage trading. They're adding us as one of their 8 pairs. So there's this whole new project with however many people that they have, where we are one of 8 options that people have to leverage trade, which brings more adoption because as people trade, then they got to buy from Uniswap because that's the only way to get Wise. So there's a mix of what we're creating and what other people are creating. I think after the lending ecosystem is done, and this is huge, like the lending ecosystem is just massive. I'm sure we'll be working on, making features in that ecosystem for a long time. And I want to do something with NFTs. I really do. So, maybe someone can beat me to it. I'd be happy if someone beat me to it and like made some cool NFTs that are usable in our ecosystem, maybe around staking, maybe evolving, stickers or something that evolve, to cooler stickers the longer you stake. I don't know. There's plenty.
The NFTs has a lot of potential, and it can be used in so many different ways. It can be a community-based loyalty it can be so many things.
Right.
But going back a little bit to that collateralized lending, what people need to understand that it's huge. And the way I explain, and this is what I tell people, Wise is a decentralized community bank. You think about it, it's a community bank where you can have CDs, but our currency is not the dollar. That's not. We don't want to be dealing with that. Our currency is Ethereum. We have our precious Ethereum, right? And we all pull it together like we will do in a community bank if we wanted to launch a community bank, right? And we have CDs, and you can stake, you can do several things. And one of those things will be lending, and which it goes back to options, because once again you have your principal, and tell me something, that collateralized lending will go through DAI, correctly? It's going to connect directly through the DAI ecosystem.
Yeah. So the first product we're going to offer is collateralized lending, where you could borrow DAI based off your stake. So if you have a stake, you'll be able to borrow a certain amount of DAI from the contract, and then that will also allow people to stake DAI in order to make an APY, which basically they're just fulfilling the loans for the people that want to borrow. So I think that's going to be a very big ecosystem.
And here's a question that's going to be hopefully not too technical for the audience, but okay, because like you said, and I know why it takes time, because it's a whole different animal. It's a whole different animal, because I'm guessing that you need to give the DAI ecosystem a certain level of authority. From when somebody defaults on their loan, they can liquidate a stake to collect on the principal, correct?
So, well, we're still building it, so I'm not exactly sure. We could do two things. We could either guarantee the stakers and just pay them DAI, and then take the stake when people foreclose. Yeah. So we need to have a vault for that to be able to fund when that happens, or we could just have the lenders just basically take over the stake if
liquidate. I mean, that's collateral, isn't it? Right? Collateral.
There's a number of options we want to do. It really depends on what people want, because maybe the people that are the type of people that would want to stake DAI aren't the type of people who want to have a wise stake necessarily, that especially one that might end years down the road. So we're perfectly fine with just having a vault and just paying people back based off of that. And so there's a number of things that we can do, and it's still being built. So I don't have super specific things. I just have the basis. The basis of the structure is that you're going to
still getting shape. Yeah, we'll know once the time comes. Then we will know. That's perfect. So let's see some questions for the public. I see Rolex asking, Manny, where are you from? I am from Puerto Rico, my friend. But right now I am coming to you from Honduras, because I love travel in the world and I travel a lot. So let's see what else we got here. What up, Manny Wise is the grandchild of Grandma, Grandpa Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's awesome. Peter, you and the Wise team are so awesome. Thank you so much for all your hard work. That is from that guy.
Very welcome, guys. Very welcome.
So let's see, BTC Relics. Let's see. I'm trying to see if you have any questions. I see one question coming up here that says, from P. Amira, will the borrowed amount be variable to where they follows the current price? Oh, well, like Peter says, it's not yet shaped. I see what she's asking, because if your asset that is your collateral goes up, right? To simplify the question,
right.
If the asset up, then can you take more value for your loan? Usually how these DAI lending platforms work is that yes, but I don't know if the connection will be because remember, Peter nor Wise, nobody, it's the DAI system, the one that lends you the money, because they know you have the collateral. That's the best way to explain it, although everything is blockchain and decentralized. But when DAI comes in, they're always looking at what is your loan value, and if your loan value goes up, usually your credit goes also up with it. But if it goes down, which I haven't seen any.
Yeah, we're actually going to do it a lot simpler than that. So your stake when you created it is going to be your value. So if it goes up, you don't get to borrow more.
You don't get to borrow more.
Yeah, because the amount that you can borrow is based on our price floor. So it doesn't matter if it goes up; it matters how much it can go down. So that's calculated at the beginning, and that way, there's some other lending programs where you could get liquidated and you have to add more cryptocurrency. You're not going to have to do that with Wise.
That is what I'm asking, my man, because usually when it comes down, they liquidate, that's kind of how it works. But now you brought up something so interesting that I didn't thought about it before, because unlike most of other crypto assets, we have a price floor. So basically what you're making is a true no-brainer, not only for DAI, for anybody. You can be like, no, go off the price floor. You're good, because they know that's a guaranteed price floor. They don't have to liquidate anybody. Right. In terms of, I can see how some people may whine about not taking in the upside, but hey, what you give versus what you take, not one system is perfect. Once you're done paying your current loan, you can take another loan, which then I will assume will get recalculated based on the current price floor, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Because remember, the price floor goes up, right? This also goes up. So that's very interesting. That, the dynamics and the token economics of Wise. And I advise anybody from the audience, please, take the time to read the white paper. I know nobody does, not even the big influencers. You see all those guys in YouTube that they say they know a lot about cryptocurrency. They have not read one white paper in their lives because they're not developers. They're just investors. All they look is at the chart, and all they care is at the chart. And that's why XRP has people. But let's bring it back. So, but thank you, P. Amira, for that question. That's very, very good question. This question: how come have I received? I have a question from Samuel Munhoz saying, "How come I have received on my reservation about 2,600 Ys on day 30 with 1.79 ETH compared to 2,500 with 0.99 ETH on day 25? I'll let you answer that. That's easy.
Let me see. I got to look at day 30 now to see what it was.
Day 30 and day 25.
Day 30. Okay, so day 30. Shoot, do I need to connect my wallet here? Give me 1 second here, and I will look. So.
Got here.
My website is not populated.
I got here.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
For fast reservations.
Day 30 was a stable day, 5 million, and it was 1,253 Ethereum. Day 25 was an unstable day, and there was only 7. Okay. So the difference is day 25 was better because there was less total ether sent. There was only 792 total ether sent. So even though there was less than 5 million, there was a lot less ether compared to day 30. So that's why the difference was right there. There's two dynamics going on. Yes, it was a little bit less supply available, just a little bit, but there was a lot less Ethereum competing for that supply.
Yeah, remember, Samuel, that we ran a 50-day auction. Every day, the system, the smart contract was auctioning off around 5 million Ys, more or less, depending, right? Mm-hmm. And depending on the amount of Ethereum that came in to compete for that pool of Ys or bucket of Ys of that day, it gets divided pretty much evenly based on, across all the Ethereum. So no 2 days throughout the reservation period was equal. There was not one single day that you can put one Ethereum here and one Ethereum here and you will get the same amount of Ys. That was an impossibility. And the reason for this is very simple. That was price discovery. It was a fair way. There are several ways that you can do a price discovery, and others have done a similar thing, but for 1 year, right? Peter did it for 50 days, and it was I think it was right on the dot, right? Because you were able to sell all 5 million every day without too much pressure. I didn't feel that there was one day that it was hard to sell all 5 million once,
Yeah,
right?
I was super happy with the price and how much ether came in. It was like a roller coaster. It kept people excited. The random days were fun for a lot of people. So yeah, I'm really happy. I felt like we had just the right amount of excitement, and I love how it build up at the end. So we just had so many people waiting for Uniswap. And I'm very happy with the liquidity transformer and how that turned out.
I must say, man, I bought the bottom. I saw
Congrats.
you. I saw you. You were in the live. I was live too, and you were sniping. You didn't do a good snipe because you were talking. You were talking, and then the other guy tells you, "Oh, it's live," and you're like, "Oh."
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be that fast. That was so fast.
It was awesome. I was live with my community here. All my hustlers in the house know, and I was just there. Actually, we went through a training session. I was like,
I got it at 19 cents. So Renee got it at 17 cents.
I
So
got
that's the difference.
my Uniswap buy was 14.9 cents, something like that.
What?
Yeah, it was almost good. I was there, like, and I was 600 GUI, the whole 9 yards. I went
Nice.
the right way. But it was awesome to see because it was just the right amount. At the end, I was like, should I pump more videos? Or should I wait until Uniswap listing, because there's where we want the action to actually happen. But all in all, it was a successful launch, and that was the reason. We got Brian Morgan here saying, if you only have a small amount of Wise, I have just a little amount of Wise, will it be better to wait for insurance taking?
Well, insurance is a different thing. So it depends on if you think you might want to cash out. So do you need that money, that little bit of money? Do you need it, or is it a longer term investment for you? So insurance stake will get you 10% less interest overall, which is a little bit less, than regular staking. However, you would be able to cash out at any time. So it really depends on what your strategy is. And so I would just ask yourself, like, how long do I want to invest?
All right. So basically, everybody's on a different situation, guys, right? You have a little bit of amount, but your situation better, right? If you have that little bit, but you don't need it for 1 year, you should take advantage of the extra 10%, because the people who have the less could benefit the most of those extra bonuses, right? Coming through a referral link, another 10% coming before the 13, another 10% share power type deal. So if you have a little bit, it's better that, in my opinion, that you come on before, but your situation is different for everybody. So I got another question for you. So will the amount of Wise earned daily fluctuate, or it will be a set figure?
It's going to fluctuate, and it depends on two different things. Number one is how many people are staking. So so let's say day one, like today, for instance, you made a certain amount. Well, if more people are staking, well, then you're sharing the pool with everyone else. You still get proportionally. So if you have a lot of shares, you're still making more. But if more people get added on, then you're spreading it out more and you're making less. The second thing is how many people early end staked the day before. Because if people early end stake the day before, then all those penalties get spread out into the pot. So that means you'll be making more. So the first thing is, if more people are staking, you're making less interest. Second thing, if people are cashing out early and the penalties go to you, then you're making more. So those are the two things that affect it.
Yeah, and that's why it was important for me. I was looking at things very early on, and I know that the gas fees was high, but then I was like, wait a minute, everybody's not staking now because of gas fees. There's more 3% in the pool, right?
Yeah, I think the very first day it was at a rate of 35% ROI per year.
Wow.
So that that was a good day. I mean, it was only one day, but that was a really, really good day. And you know, as more people are staking, we're making less and less. I think we're getting like 10% now, like that. But I don't think anybody's upset because they're seeing how more people stake, the price goes up.
And that's why I have the chart right here, because this chart is so important. And I did a special video today. It's a little 10-minute video that is in the channel that it focuses on this chart, because you guys need to understand the dynamics. Why we see this? Like, why we see this is because this right here, at the moment of us on this live stream, there are over 192 million Ys staked. That amounts for what? That amounts for, I mean, I like to always rephrase, that's 38% of all the Ys. And I know, like, Peter likes to take the Uniswap portion out, but I tell my guys, no, I like to see the big picture, because the way I see it is very simple. The green, these are our weak hands. Nah, I'm playing. You guys are waiting to stake. You guys are waiting for gas fees. No, we also have weak hands in there. And, you know, there's other people like, should I stake or should I go to Uniswap and sell, right? Should I stake? And if they sell, that Wise goes into this. It goes into this pool. And then this pool grows bigger. But if they stake it, then this, you know, it doesn't go back here. And this one, as more people buy and buy and buy, you will see these becoming less and less. We want this green pie to eat the yellow, and we want the blue to eat the green. If you do that, that means that the price will just blow up, because the less liquid wise, the less, you know, one thing is circulation, but true circulation is, you know, what is at stake is considered to be in circulation, but is it? Because people are staking it, right? So when you
I totally see what you're saying. I think for calculating the market cap, though, that even though people are staking it, they didn't lose their value, and market cap is about total value, at least to me. So that's why I'm working with CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap to try to get our market cap correct instead of just having a question mark there. So my view, market cap is the staked Wise plus the liquid Wise, but not the Uniswap Wise, because no one owns that yet.
Well, doesn't the decentralized entity owns it? Let me explain. The smart contract has that Wise ready to sell. It's ready for sale. It's liquid, ready for sale.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it just depends on how you want to look at it. But yeah, you're right. It's there.
It's there ready for sale. It's owned by what? That's the big. Who's the biggest whale? The smart contract. Think about it, right? When you put it that way, that's why. Because either way, 38% is not like when you look at $500 million for easy numbers, total mint, right? 523 million, right? Total mint right now, 38% is that it cannot go to Uniswap easy. That somebody will have to incur in a hefty penalty that then goes to other people staking, right? If they want to do that. So the less, the way I say it is like this: the less of this yellow pie chart I see, the more the price goes up, because that's the pair that is on Uniswap, which is the biggest liquid exchange, right? Now, taking on that note, and I don't want to hear about who's getting ready to list. I don't want no exchange type, news or not. But what I want to know is this: I see other exchanges looking to list Wise. Are any of these exchanges plugging into the Uniswap liquidity, or are they building their own market? They have their own market makers, if you understand what I'm talking about. What liquidity are these exchanges tapping into?
Uniswap, though.
Exactly. So, but usually, they what some of these exchanges do is that they tap into the Uniswap liquidity pool through API, right?
Mhm.
And I facilitate the transaction, which means I don't have to hold the wires to make the books, right? The order books.
Right.
I can pull, and if somebody comes to
Oh,
buy,
I see what you're saying.
I
Okay, yeah.
take.
So they're not pulling from Uniswap. They're expecting our community to create the market for them, which nobody's doing yet. But I think there's an opportunity there to make some money because like it keeps on going up. So if you just buy it on Uniswap and then list it on there, there's people on that exchange who want to buy it. If the liquidity's there, they're going to buy it. So I actually bought a good chunk of Wise, and I'm going to start listing it on the exchanges at a couple cents higher than whatever I bought it for, just to create the market, bring some more users into Wise.
Yeah, that's the thing, because if users are not aware of this, if people are focused on the Uniswap side. So if it's in charge of the community, that every exchange is different. That's why I don't want to hear about none, because every exchange is different. And some exchanges, what they will do is that they believe in the project, they do their own market making, they take the risk. Others plug through they tap into the liquidity of others via APIs, and others, yeah, the community can do the market making as well. And that's usually how you want to do it. That's how the big exchanges also do it. They cannot have market makers like that. Coinbase
Right.
cannot do it, obviously, right? Some of the top dogs. But anyways, that's good for me to know, and for the community. Are there any other questions? I see Deepesh saying here, how much net buys more needed to 10x from now?
Oh, I can do
Um,
that. Let me see. Okay. Oh, let me see. All right. May take a second. Oh, I'm almost got it.
I just love looking at that chart.
Okay, it takes. It's going to take. Oh, okay. So we've gotten $20 million of net positive buys. We need 65 more. So maybe 3 weeks if we go at the same rate.
Oh, no. I was looking at this, and all the information, guys, that you may need in terms of what the math, wiseinfo.io. Like, all you really need is these two cards. Like, you can dive into it, and I love the tools and everything, and by all means, check all the information. But if you get to understand these numbers right here and you track, you can know exactly everything that's happening at a glance. And guys, at this, I see over two. Is that a 3? No, that's not a 3. That daily net positive. Yeah. Oh. Man, this is so awesome. This is so awesome, because
and that's the average. That's not just today. So that more than 3 came in today, because that's the average over 6 days.
Right here, all my calculations, I'm putting 300 million right here. And let me fix a little bit so that our audience can see better that chart. That if I am putting on my stuff only 300 million, like I want to say we lose steam, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm 1 million a day. You know what I'm saying? 1 million net positive liquidity. And if we do that, sure. I had the roadmap to 1 million. Let me adjust these figures here, because I was telling my guys, like, if you guys were to come in when I told you guys, right? Which was around, we were about 640 Ethereum, right? And I told them 640, let's say that Ethereum does a 300% from here, right? From the 640, which is a little bit above all-time high, which that should be a no-brainer for Ethereum. That was $1.4 million. If you invested only 8 Ethereum, only 8, right? You will have the possible projected over 1 year, assuming that 2021 net positive liquidity, assuming that we get 300 million on top of the 40 that we got in, right? we will make, this project will make a lot of millionaires, my man. You, Peter, my man, you and the foundation will effectively have made a lot of regular individuals, which is what I love the most. You're not making the rich richer. That's important. You're not making the rich richer, which, I mean, nothing against them. We love them all. We like money, right? But
yeah,
we want to help the little guy. That's what it's all about. That's what crypto is about. It's helping the little guy. And
exactly. That's where we had the gas refunds. That was so important to us to have the gas refunds.
Man, I saw you do that, and I was like, "Who's this guy?" Like, for reals. Like, when I saw the gas refunds, I can't tell you now. When I saw the gas refunds, I was like, "But he's already not taking any money from the liquidity pool. Why does he have to refund people for gas?" Like, in my mind, I was like, but it just speaks of how, you are just a very kind, understanding type of individual that that, especially at those initial 20,000 ETH, you wanted people to come in regardless of, right? You didn't want that $100 gas fee to be a roadblock, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So that's awesome to hear, guys. And once again, if you're not yet on Wise, I don't know what you're sleeping on. And I get it. I know you're seeing some hefty green candles, but I gotta be honest, when you see a project that launches with such healthy pump, like looking at, let me look at this. Let's bring this chart up right here. And when you look at this, and I know that this looks like a sentimental move, but in my mind, this is not a sentimental move. This is math. This is math.
We got an extra 1,000 users in the last week. So
we will see sentimental moves later on, and big sentiment. And you will know when those are very sentiment. Some crazy news. Every project is prone to fraud and hype. Every single project, it doesn't matter. There's always a hater, and there's always a guy that overhypes stuff. Maybe that's me. But at the end of the day, right now, if you're getting Wise for 40 cents or less, I don't think when you look 6 months into the future, 8 months into the future, although not impossible, I think it's going to be very hard for you to see these type of prices again. What do you think, Wise? Peter?
Yeah, I think so too. I fully believe that we are going to 100x just based off the numbers. I think 100x is conservative for a year, and so if we 100x, then we're going to be like $20 plus. So that means that whether you got it at 16 cents or 40 cents or even 75 cents, if you're at $20 in a year, like you're in a really good place.
100%. So it looks like there are no more questions coming in, and I want to be mindful of your time. It looks like you're about to be close to 1 hour with us here. So thank you so much, Peter Girr, for taking the time to make appearance here in the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom Show. It's been a true pleasure to have you as a guest, and we wish Wise and everybody in the community a very prosperous 2021. And is there any last words that you want to leave the community with?
Well, I just want to say that I could not be happier with our community. That's honestly what I do this for. That's what pumps me up. Like, that's what makes me want to do live stream after live stream after live stream. It's just seeing the community and seeing how people really love Wise. So thank you so much for that. You guys give me the energy that I need, and thank you so much for the invite onto the show. It's been awesome.
We got so much more. Like I tell my people, we plan to become, for me, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Wise. There's no other reason to have any other coin. Not gonna say I don't hold other coins. I have bags since 2017, but when I look at the 2021 bull run and I think about what projects, as I was getting ready to position myself, I could, after finding Wise, it's very interesting. I already had my picks, synthetic, theta, dot, positioning blue chips, and then I see Wise, and I was like, after finding Wise, I cannot find any other project like, if why invest here if I already know that the fundamentals here are stronger and the upside potential is similar, but my risk is less. Why go elsewhere?
Exactly.
And I know that goes against proper diversified portfolios ruling, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once again, the paint is in the wall. Everything is there for everybody to see. And when you see a fairly launched project, I rather put my money in a place where I know that my Ethereum is right there inside that liquidity pool, and it's not in the hands of some advisor. Maybe he's drinking pina coladas with my money somewhere because you don't know where he is. So thank you so much, Peter, once again for making an appearance here in the show. I hope that this 2021 WISE, I want to see a $10 WISE before the bull market. So we'll see if we get there. Thank you so much, my man, and I will see you around Telegram and your live streams.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
There's my man. So guys, there you had it. Peter Girr with the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom Show. So awesome to have him here. Thank you so much for him, all the community that showed up to show the support. But I want to keep the ball rolling here because we got to cover who are Manny's hustlers of the week. So we got several people here. My boy Rohan Hill hitting at the bronze level, qualifying for up to $2,000 per week. So glad to see you hustling, my man. Aaron, also Anthony, Wade, Oleg. I see Oleg already a copper, but this guy came in almost yesterday. So awesome to see so many people. Peter Tucker, my man. So glad to see you show up on the hustlers of the week, and we keep having more and more people joining every week and going through the ranks like it's nothing, inviting more and more people to come in. So of course we can never mention them all, but we try to show them all. If you don't see your name but not your picture on the screen, make sure that you send us your picture so that your next rank up, we can have your picture in here. There's a lot of people that are ranking up and we cannot even find their picture on Facebook. Look at that. So many people. Jeff Arden, he has picture. See, Jeff has a picture, so we show him up here. So glad to see so many hustlers. Every week, people ranking up. So well done to all our hustlers this week for going out and making things happen for themselves. On top, we have our head hustlers of the week, Timothy Koshran. I don't think I'm saying your name correctly, and I apologize for that, my man. But Timothy, so glad to see you. You made it all the way to bronze in just 3 weeks. You are a hustler, baby. So glad to see you making it happen. But let's go to the giveaways. Everybody has been waiting for this. As I promised, every Wednesday night from now on. So what you guys need to understand is something. We're pumping out so much content for you guys that you guys cannot believe this. So in the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom channel, look at this week alone, how many videos we got? I think we got like 4 videos in. We got 1, we got 2, 3, 4 videos just this week alone. So every week, right here, live, during the show, we are going to be giving away a 1-ounce silver. Let me look. Where's my silver? It's my silver. Let me look at it here and take this minimization, take this away. We're going to be giving 1-ounce silver eagle coins to 1 per video. And how you qualify? So basically how it works is like this. In my videos, you can pick any, right? If you leave a comment on the video, you're participating to receive a 1-ounce silver American Eagle coin directly shipped to you by me personally. So that's something we are doing. So let's go ahead and go with that. Let me see, where did I know I had in here somewhere something I was looking for earlier. Let me go ahead and find it real quick because I want to make sure that I make this giveaway correctly, and I already had just done with so many screens. I just don't know where I put it, but we will find it at some point. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Where is, I have a counter somewhere. Ah, there you go. The YouTube random comment picker. That way we can go video by video and pick one random commenter, right? So we're gonna start. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, well, this one was from today. So this one is running for tomorrow. So I released a video today. Today alone, I released a video in which this video right here. So that video is gonna be running for next week's. All right. So we got for today 1, 2, 3, 4 coins that we're gonna be giving away. So let me grab this URL real quick and let's see who our first winner is. If you're ready to win in the chat box, just let me know. Are you participating? Let me know. How are people doing? Vito, Lee. I know that Lee Dix is running for several. I saw him commenting everywhere pretty much. So I'm going to filter our duplicates. I want to... No, I don't want to include the replies. And let's pick. Who's ready? Let's pick our next amount of unique commenters. Only three. So I'm not gonna filter the duplicates to make it more interesting. Let me see. Only 3 commenters. So this one will be an easy peasy. So let's see who gets this one. Oh, my man, DeFi Gold. Congratulations, you have won a 1 ounce American silver coin. Let me do this better so you guys can see it better. There you go. That's better. DeFi Gold. I saw him around earlier. I know he was around on the comments. Make sure you reach out to me, direct message me, whatever you have me, Telegram, YouTube, Messenger. Make sure you send me your full name and your address, my man, because I'm gonna be sending to you a 1 ounce American silver coin. So who's excited? Who wants to pick? Who's getting the next one? So now let's pick this one right here. Copy link. So our BTC, ETH and WISE market analysis video. Let's go with that one. And let me make sure I pick that. I got that link correct. Yeah, that link. Copy link address. Do this correctly. Enter. Don't get YouTube commenters. And in this one, we got 20 people commenting on this one. And AJ says ready. Lee says I'm here. Diane says always listening. John ready. Tao ready. So let's see who wins. Let's see, Man of Evolution, my man. His family, his Wealth and Legacy Freedom family. This is Mike Chavez, if I'm not mistaken. Mike, is this you? Let me know in the chat box because it looks like you won a 1 ounce American silver eagle coin. Congratulations, my man, for this win. So make sure, my man, hit me up on Messenger, send me your full name, address, and I'll get it shipped to you hopefully by end of day tomorrow if I get your address, my man. Congratulations, Mike Chavez. Yes, of course that's you, my man. So glad to see you. So glad to see our winner. So let's pick another winner. In our Sound Money wallet. This is a video I was telling you guys earlier. After you sell your Bitcoin, we top the market, we time everything, and you sell the top. Are you gonna go back to US dollars? We are running away from US dollars. The Secret Sound Money wallet will help you to store your value in gold and silver and use it just like Vimo. If you know how to use Cash App, imagine being able to spend and transfer and move your funds just like you do on Cash App. You can send it to people, you can move it from cash to gold, from gold to silver, from silver to cash, from gold to send it to another person. You can spend it however you want. It works just like a regular cryptocurrency wallet when you think. So make sure you watch that video and let's see who from our commenters of that video wins a 1 ounce American Eagle silver coin. So let's get the commenters first. On this video we got 21 commenters. So let's start and see who wins on this one. Steve, oh, the man, the myth, the legend, Steve Spirit. A big shout out for everybody in our staff. Thank you guys for everything that you guys do week after week after week, supporting the community. You guys know better everything we're doing on the back and everything that is to come yet. If you think you have seen anything yet about the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom community, you have not seen anything. We're just getting started here, boo-boo. We're just getting started. So Steve is the man behind a lot of the graphic works. When you see these amazing graphics that you see behind me, Steve is the one that the man behind all these amazing graphics. Thank you so much. So glad to see you winning, my man. So I'll hit you up. I got you. I'll send you one, my man. I'll send you one. So glad. I'm happy. I'm so happy. Who feels it? Who feels it? And I absolutely love it, man. I'm so excited. You know, looking wise go up like this. Like, look at that. Pretty much everybody who took my word, pretty much, and follow my steps and invested in wise due to my recommendation, pretty much everybody should be in profits right about now. You're welcome. This is so awesome, so awesome. People wanted to go to other things like Daisy. I'm like, what? Daisy? Fuck Daisy. You know, we got wise. So glad to see Steve. So who's ready for the next? The last one. Let me know in the chat box. Who's gonna win it? Let me know. I don't see the chat box moving. People are not moving on the chat box today. Who's gonna win this 1 ounce American Eagle? Let's see. Let's put the video in here. How many comments we got on that one? We got another 20 comments on this one. So let's pick a random winner. David Carrillo says, I'm in profits. Of course, in profits. So let's see who wins. Let's see. Oh, Renee, how are you doing? You are a new addition to the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom family, and you come in with the right foot starting off, winning a 1 ounce American Eagle coin. Congratulations, Renee. Make sure you reach out to me. Facebook, Telegram, Skype, YouTube, anywhere, everywhere. If not, go to the members area, reach out to support. They'll get with me. Make sure you get your name and your address to me so that I can ship you your prize. Congratulations to all the winners. So glad to see so many people making it happen. So glad to see so many people winning and making things for themselves. Like, oh man, this is awesome. This is just awesome. So now the moment has arrived. Any questions for me? Are there any questions for me? Is there anybody in the community that has any questions right about now? Please let me know in the chat box if you have any questions. I want to hear them all. I want to hear them all. So let me know in the chat box. What about Omni? Thank you, Elvis, for asking. What about Omni? Let me look. Where did I have my... What happens? I have... Where's my... Oh, right here. No, it's not that one. It will be this one, maybe. No. What happened to my browser? Yeah, it will be this one. No, I got too many screens. Bear with me for a second. So if anybody wants to learn everything, all that has to do with Omni, what Omni is, what is our mission, what is our vision, what is our purpose. If you come to omni.ai, you have the light paper here, but you also have the white paper here, and you also have this tab here. The people driven will tell you everything that we stand for. What is our ethos? What is our vision? What is our mission? And who we are and what we are trying to achieve. If you click on top of anybody in here, you will be able to learn a little bit more about them and what is their experience and what they bring to the table. But just know this, we are in the currently building the next generation social media app aimed to level the playing field. We want to level the playing field and reward our users for its rightful value. You know, what makes any social media, what makes YouTube valuable? Everybody is here right now. You're watching this live stream, this show, inside Facebook or inside YouTube. What are they giving you? Not the user, not the content creator. They're valuable, but you. Because it's you who makes their platforms valuable. Did you get a check last week for all those memes you posted on Facebook? Inside Omni, we're trying to level the playing field and tilt the scale. We want to make sure that the rightful owners, the ones that makes the platform valuable, gets fairly rewarded for each and every action that they take inside our app. So, but if you want to learn more about that, the business model and everything that's happening, make sure you visit omni.ai. And this week, we already have live nodes. Live nodes are available. We're using Substrate as we're building on Parity Substrate because it's awesome. Polkadot, the Polkadot ecosystem is awesome and is cross-chain interoperable. So I have the cross-chain operability, so I can build on top of Polka without losing my exposure to Ethereum. We're not going to get into the topic tonight, but it gets complex. But yes, it's very awesome. And then we are using the Polkadot consensus algorithm. Awesome. Omni will have its own private blockchain. We finished last week the Block Explorer. The Block Explorer is ready. We have live nodes, transactions, fees. Everything is done. And we're moving forward to coding the reward system now. So that's the next step. So, but all in all, everything is looking, right. And it looks that we are going to have a beta version released out to the community. I want to say Q2 2021. Q2. I have the alpha version already here. We're not a white paper. That's the similarity that we have with WISE. We're not a white paper. We are a true product. We are a true product. We are in pre-alpha right now. We have all the code. We have been building for years. I have personally invested millions already in this, and we have not collected a single penny. We have not yet sold a single Omni coin yet because we want to do this right. We want to do a fair launch, and we want to do this. We want to do a bottoms up approach versus everybody before us that they do a top down approach. But you will learn a little bit. If you want to learn about the business model, I will advise you check that white paper, because we have outlined every single detail about how our business model will work. So thank you, Elvis, for that question. AJ Scott asked, Manny, do you have to stake your ETH or can you just leave it open? I'm not quite sure I understand your question, AJ. If you're talking about WISE specifically, if you do not stake, you do not earn interest. You have to stake. Whether you stake your WISE or your ETH, you have to stake. If you do not stake, then you will not be able to, you can have it there, but it's not going to be doing much. It looks like I need to connect my MetaMask. I'm not going to do it now. We're good. But yes, basically that's what you have to do. You got to stake. If you want to earn interest, you have to stake, my man. Mark is asking, Manny, is the smart bot working again for 7K? The smart bot never stopped working. The messenger side, the one that was working inside Facebook per se, that one still has the bug. So we removed it from if you go to lesson 2 inside our community members area that everybody's invited for free to join. If you go to lesson 2 of our automated marketing system, you will see in there, you will see that we have 2 smart bot funnel entrances, and both are following very specific angles. So I advise you check them both out. Both are working very well. Those are the 2 I use. What I am using, I'm not even using the email version. I don't use the email. I use the 2 smart bot and funnel entrances located inside lesson number 2 of the automated marketing system. So, Manny, what is going on with Tron Coin? Mike Chavez is asking. I want to say not much, and that's the issue. Tron is great as a blockchain, very fast, but Tron has not, if I am honest, in this bull market, I mean, last few days it's been picking up steam, but in comparison with the rest, when you look based on the all-time high that we have here, it has a lot of catch up to do. But I am glad to see that we're above the 3 cents again. So it looks like it did pick up some steam since last time I looked at it. But I don't know, Justin Son, if you're watching this, some news, my man. I don't know what's happening or what's cooking, my man. I feel like I'm touching it with a stick. Move, do something, Tron. Do something, because honest to God, either way, transactional speaking, I love Tron. I collect Tron inside smart contracts such as Forsage, and then I use those earnings to diversify it into other cryptocurrencies, like as we preach inside the Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom community. So David Carrillo asks, Manny, do you see WISE at $1 within 30 days? Oh, that's a tough question. If we're getting close to 40 cents in just 6 days, $1 within 30 is very doable. That's a healthy goal, actually. Let me look at this one more time. Because what happened to the music? What happened to the music? It was too quiet in here. And it's always some music moving because I got my coffee still going. But if I take down this chart, where's my other chart located? Right here. This is the WISE chart right here. And the next stop will be around 50 cents. So once we get here, I'll be able to throw another fib line that will give us more clarity of how that route to $1 may look like, which is up here. But if we got here in 6 days, to get here in 30 doesn't sound that crazy, right? So it could be, David. Lee Dips asks, Will there be a future option for our own referral link for Wise in the members area, just like 7K? No, Lee. What you need to understand is that Foresight, this is a DeFi project. This is on like 7K compensation plans and Foresight. No, this is a whole different animal. This is a true DeFi project, crypto, pure crypto. The referral that took place during the reservation process, the only way you could qualify to it, or any regular individual could qualify to it, you have to refer over 50 Ethereum. We're talking close to $50,000 worth of money into the smart contract in order to qualify. I reckon that's a hard thing to do for most people in our community. And when you think about the level of integration, coding, and all the stuff that I have to do in the back, when most people wasn't going to reach it, it wasn't worth my time. On top of that, you have to have referral stakes. And if you read the white paper, yes, there is a referral program attached to Wise, which we have a video coming up that will be covering everything that is about the referral program. So feel free to promote Wise with your referral link. You should be doing that. But as far as me integrating that as a tracking system into the automated marketing systems, no. It's not worth, like the development time, coding, and at the end of the day, just a little pocket of the community gets true benefit from that. The upside on Wise, it's here. It's you buy low, you sell high. You want to make money on Wise? The real money is not on the referral side. Not saying that there's not money there, but the real money is like we did. We bought low, we bought around here, and if you sell somewhere around here, right, you make money. That's how crypto works. That's the most pure form crypto, right? So David says, why did Tron dump while altcoins were on the rise? I don't know, David. I haven't followed any news. Maybe I know that, several assets that could be qualified as a security did dump a little bit, especially, Tron. They did, could qualify as a security. It's not like Ethereum. So, I mean, at this point, it could be a speculation. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. But thank you, because I should go do some digging into Tron. What's cooking? Because I should be getting, I don't see any. I go, like, you guys need to understand. I gotta show you how I manage my day. I'll show you guys later how I manage my day, how I am receiving my information every day, and how I'm moving from here in all the different fronts that I work on. Marketing company, technology company, traffic, marketing, community, systems. My day is crazy every single day as it is, and I have a very specific way that I manage my information, and I have to sort through a lot of crap. And I gotta tell you this, in all the feeds of information that I receive, I have not seen any news about Tron come through this desk recently. Not good nor bad. And that's worrisome in both, because, I mean, you're right, guys. We are at the verge of a bull cycle. Why is Tron not moving? Makes no sense. So I gotta go dig a little bit more about that, see what's happening. AJ Scott, I staked my Wise, I just didn't stake my ETH. AJ, you cannot stake your ETH. You stake your Wise. If you stake ETH, what you are effectively doing is exchanging your Ethereum for Wise, and you stake your Wise. You cannot, quote unquote, stake ETH, although you can if you get a node up for the new Ethereum 2.0, but that's a different stuff. Alan says, reinvesting Wise after staking term is finished. Do we still get the bonus 10%? No. The moment your stake is over, that's it. You don't quote unquote reinvest. You take your money out and you do a new stake, which is effectively reinvesting, but you're doing a whole new stake. So you know, after the stake is over, that 10% is over. So that's why Peter was saying earlier that the longer you do that initial stake, the more benefit because of the duration. So can I use my Ethereum to stake for yield? And yes, but what you're staking for yield is Wise. So you buy Wise with your Ethereum and you stake Wise and you get yield, my man. Mark asked, what do you set your GUI and gas limit in order to be the best gas fees? Gas fees, I gotta be honest, you gotta look at whatever is in the moment for staking. You're not racing. I do lower a little bit, but I keep it around 70 GUI. Do not touch the gas limit. Do not ever touch the gas limit. I repeat, do not touch the gas limit. If you edit something, Mark, it's the GUI. Only the GUI. And I paid around 70 to 80 GUI for mines. But if your gas fees are, you know, if at the moment of you doing it, like, the best thing you can do is come to ETH gas station. Gas station.info, and we see that our current GUI is around 117. That's too high. That's too high. I don't like that. And on Uniswap is actually 85. So if you look on Uniswap, the average is around 85. So maybe if you go with an 80, you'll get the transaction in. But you don't want to go too low. So you want to wait for this. I like to see this around 80. And then I come in and I put a 70. That'll do it. But you got to catch it. I cannot give you a straight answer on that one because you got to catch the price. If you want to get the best possible price, you got to catch it. So, that guy asked, if you use a referral link to get the Wise website, that referral link automatically put in when you create a stake. Yeah, if you go, for example, my referral link is wise.discount. If you come through the website through wise.discount, just like that, that's it. That's it. When you come to do your stakes, when you come to your dashboard to do your stakes, which for some reason is down right now, you will receive 10% more. You will, not me. You will receive 10% more share power for your stake. Share power? Yeah, share power for your stake. You get 10% more shares. Yeah, it's 10% more shares or 10% more bonus. I gotta double check the white paper. Sorry, guys. It's getting late. It's been a long day and my brain is freeze already. But we keep going. Gotcha. Gas fees, Wise option. That guy, what happens if you move the gas limit? Oh, what happens? That guy, if you move the gas limit, that means that the smart contract will run out of gas halfway through. Every time you interact with a smart contract, that smart contract is consuming on every function that you run from the smart contract specific amounts of gas. The gas is actually being consumed by the smart contract. And if you're not giving enough gas limit, that gas limit is pre-populated because MetaMask knows how much gas does the smart contract needs for you to run that function. What function? Well, in this case, we're talking about staking, the staking function. If you reduce the gas limit, you can give it more, you can do more, but if you do less, you will waste your gas. You lose your gas, but the transaction is not successful. So you will get a failed transaction and lose whatever. Let's say you're spending $80 on a transaction and you mess up the gas limit, you lose the $80, but the your staking doesn't go through. You have to do it all over again. You don't want to do that. So make sure you do not touch the gas limit. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. The GUI. If you want to play with something, play with the GUI. But if you don't know what you're doing, then just don't touch it. Use the defaults. That's better. All right, Mark, thank you. Thank you, Tyler. And Claudio wants me to talk a little bit about the CM referral. To become a critical mass referrer, now that the reservation period is over, you will have to, you have to get over $10,000 or more worth of stakes, refer stakes, in order to qualify for referral. So you will have to get people to come to your referral link, and $10,000 worth of stakes needs to happen through your referral links. People staking. You're like filling a bucket. Once you get to $10,000, you become a critical mass referrer, and now you start earning from referral stakes. But before that, you're not. So that's why, there is a referral system here, but it's different from what we're kind of used to. And, not saying it's not achievable, but you need to do a lot of hustling if you want to get there. So the easiest way you make money here is you buy low, you sell high. That's the easiest way to make money with a project like Wise. No, you don't have, no recruiting required, right? You don't have to recruit anybody to make money in Wise. So thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. I really appreciate all the time you guys take to show up here. Now, let's make sure you stay plugged in. Make sure you stay plugged in and don't miss out the next week's show. And keep an eye on our channel, because throughout the week, I'm going to be putting more videos. And if you want a chance to earn or to win an American Silver coin next week, you have to be commenting on my videos throughout the week. So thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. It's your boy Manny Hernandez. But remember, always remember, it's not about the money, it's about the freedom.
Over the last decade, there have been hundreds of social media platforms promising a genuine connection. Today, we are more connected than ever, but instead of feeling closer, we feel distant. So we decided to hit reset and build the kind of social network everyone deserves. Introducing Omni. Omni means all, literally. All the power, all the control, and all the cool. Finally at your fingertips. We've combined the best features of all the hottest apps into one platform, so you can connect over shared interests. Create the coolest videos in full screen with special effects and the newest filters. Control what you see, share, or like in your newsfeed. Connect with loved ones over audio and video calls. Share disappearing messages via the secret chat feature. You can even shop for the latest merchandise and the coolest gear. Unlike other social apps that only focus on the bottom line, we believe in rewarding our users, the people who give Omni its true value, with real currency. Using blockchain technology, company profits are tokenized into Omni coins. Earn coins for app actions, collect Omni coins and redeem for real cash, or use them to buy your favorite gear from your favorite brand stores right from the app. Message, stream, share, shop, interact, and connect with quality content and its coolest creators, and earn profits along the way, all without leaving the app. This is what it means to be truly social. This is Omni.